So just a quick one here. Aren't they all? On a miserably wet Friday morning in Arklow. Um, Apologies for the clickbaity title there on this one. But I wanted to just briefly talk about maybe entertaining this, what to me is antithetical to me, to my worldview. And just kind of take the thought for a test drive that maybe who's to say that maybe Globohomo multiculti, love is love, yada yada yada, is not only is it a good way forward, it's perhaps the only way forward for humanity. So taking that for a test drive, though, how would you even do that? I mean, the attack area here is so large because it covers basically everything from economics to politics to climate science to the direction of technocracy in general. It's to social science to culture, but everything really. So to metaphysics or a lack thereof, everything really. So where would you even start? Where would you even start? I think talking about it would resist one solitary miserable unscripted video. So but even just to talk about something like the nation state as an expression of the character of the people comprised within that state. I mean that seems to be a big one right there. A global homoist. Would that become a popular coinage? I seriously doubt it. But someone espousing a globalist views or a globalist ethos, would that sort of erosion of the nation state, this more borderless, we're all one humanity, the problems that beset our world can only be fixed with global solutions, and these artifacts of older expressions of humanity, well, they're no use to us anymore. They're just no use to us anymore. And we, the kindly, globalist elite, understand that deeply, and it all has to go. Now, I mean, am I strawmanning a globalist position there? I possibly am somewhat, but I think the basic thrust of it is there. The ills that beset humanity can really only be fixed, or can only be addressed when we start to eschew these older modes of or set organisation of national organisation, of community organisation, whatever way you want to phrase it. They're old, they're outmoded, they're no longer fit for purpose. People that try to hang on to these things, at best, are just misguided. At worst, are actively, working to harm humanity's development. So, is that a straw man? I'm not sure. I think I'm in the ballpark though. Nation states, the identity of a nation, the endeavour of the people indigenous to a nation, seeking to preserve that. That's one of these things that just has to go. And there'd be a kind of a broad spectrum justification for that. How can science progress if we're not all singing off the same page? How can problems with global dimensions be addressed if we're not all singing off the same page? How can these divisions, of nation and all these power struggles, how can they ever meaningfully be tackled if we're not all singing off the same page, the same hymn sheet, if you will? A the framing, of course, is just that that these things can be fixed meaningfully, when really we might kind of say, well, just the entire framing is a little bit dubious. Maybe the things we currently have are just uh, uh, baked into humanity, or are a core part of humanity, and there's nothing but harm to be done by trying to convince us to get rid of all these uh, um, facets of our human experience as both just human beings in general, and more specifically human beings who have differentiated into different nation states and continents and all that good stuff. So that would, I mean, and there now we're talking about sovereign borders and countries, and that's just one area. But I suppose for the purposes of trying to think, if you have any sort of a dissident position on anything at all, occasionally you do have to try and view it from the other side. Now, I know I've provided no studies and no technical detail and no numbers to indicate any of what I'm saying here, and I don't particularly care. I don't feel it's my job to do that. These are opinions, they're inferences based on the world as I see it around me. But yeah, I think there will be value to taking all the different facets of Globohomo, either collectively or maybe more productively, bit by bit, one by one, and just trying to adopt the mindset for a little while to think, oh, crikey, maybe this is the way to move forward. Maybe it is. I truly don't think it is, but it's a start to conceive it for 5 minutes as a proposition. So yeah, getting a little bit of sun in the background here. The weather is miserable here. I'm about to go into the gym. Don't particularly want to do it, but the hell with it. I'm about to do it. So thanks for listening.